All right. Y'all get up in here, man. Let's start the show. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Y'all get up in here, man. Get up in here. Let's do it. What up, New York City? What up, Chi-Town? What up, LA? What up, Brooklyn? What up, Harlem? What up, Staten Island? What up, Midwest? What up, the South? Y'all get up in here, man. Don't forget, check out Exotic Drinks for your exotic drinks. I see Ryan is in the chat. Ryan, man, hold your head, my guy. Thinking about you, man. Thinking about you, man. I gotta hit you up, man. Stay strong, my brother. You know what it is, man. 170 got you. NYC Dixons is in the building. Y'all gonna get your drinks, man. Y'all go cop your drinks, yo. Y'all go to Instagram. Go hit up NYC Addictions. Y'all get your drinks. I'm going to give y'all a few more seconds to get up in here. Exotic drinks. We got the Medusa joint. We got the Galaxy. We got the Love Potion number 9. We got the Peach coming soon. We got the Watermelon coming soon. Man, listen, man. Summer's going to be crazy. Hope everybody's doing good. What up, y'all? What up, chat? What's good? Hope everybody's doing good, man. Let's go on with the chat, man. Let's see what the chat's talking about, man. You put the chat up a little bit bigger here. You all be wild in the chat. Let's see what the chat's doing. Everybody's doing good. Y'all hit that like button if you're here right now. Ryan, man, it's always love. You know that. Today we're gonna be talking about them Mount Rushmores, man. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen the videos. I know y'all seen all the posts. Everybody putting the posts up all over the internet. I see Ryan says, always on point. Thanks for the love. Y'all accepted me from day one, 170. You know you one of my brothers, Ryan, man. Empire in the building. Shout out to Empire. Shout out to Jersey. Jersey in the building. I see Clayton is in the chat. Clayton, what's up, man? Shout out to Clayton Phillips. Clayton, thanks for coming through. Today we're going to be talking about the Mount Rushmores. We're going to go into a whole list of Mount Rushmores. And as always, I need y'all to get in the chat and tell me how y'all feel. Tell me how y'all feel about these Mount Rushmores. We're going to start off early. We're not going to waste no time tonight. Hit that like button down below. Hit that share button. Share the video right now to everybody that likes 90s hip-hop, 2000 hip-hop. Y'all share the video, man. Let people come up in here. Let them come up in here and join the chat. Y'all see on the screen what's on the screen. First Mount Rushmore we're going to talk about is the 80s Mount Rushmore. That's from the 80s up to 1990. 80s all the way up to 1990. Mount Rushmore. Hot 97. Hot 97 posted this, y'all. Don't blame me. This is not my list. This is Hot 97's list. All right? Hot 97 put the 4 people in Mount Rushmore from the 80s hip-hop. Hot 97 got LL Cool J. They got Rakim. They got Big Daddy Kane. And number 4, they got KRS-One, the teacher. Ryan says the mount looks right. Ryan is rocking with that one. Ryan, I gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you, Ryan. Does Slick Rick belong in that top 4? Does Cool G Rap belong in the 80s Mount Rushmore? Does Guru of Gangstar belong in the 80s Mount Rushmore? Hit the comment section, y'all. Ryan already said he agreed. Oh, he's calling in. Hold on, y'all. Empire, what's good, man?
I had to call in.
What's good? What's good, chat? We got Empire in the building. Jersey's in the building right now, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
I'm not Jersey, nigga. What you?
No, I'm shouting out Jersey too. Come on, man.
I thought you was calling me Jersey. I'm about to say, we Queens. What you doing? Nah, but anyway, all I called to say was, I think we should just skip. If anybody have any disagreements with that mountain, tell them hit Empire. I don't like.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you again. The people that's watching right now, all right. They got from this is the 1980s to 1990. That's considered the 80s. We got LL Cool J, we got Rakim the God, we got Big Daddy Kane, we got KRS-One. Empire, I'm asking you, does Guru belong or not?
No, sir.
No,
sir. Much respect to the God. Rest in peace.
All right.
And I just saw a commercial they had about him, and I love Gangsta Unlimited Rhymes Universal. I love him.
Okay.
Big up Beantown.
Okay.
But no, sir. Every face on that mountain deserves a.
Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up.
Just watch until you get to the night.
All right, hold up. The chat NYC Addictions is asking Slick Rick. Does Slick Rick belong in that Mount Rushmore?
No, sir.
No Slick Rick.
Only because remember Rick had to do time. So
okay, that's true. That's true.
Doesn't have, just like when people talk about, when I heard Chris Rock say Biggie ain't one of the best, he just didn't have enough material. I completely disagree with it, but I understand his logic. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Slick was going too long. But,
all right, let's move on. I got one more.
That's why I had to call.
I got one more. This one here, people seem to always forget about this guy, or they really don't mention this guy a lot. Or it's sometimes a lot of disrespect for this guy.
Hit me in the head with some ish. All right, go ahead.
What about Cool G Rap?
That's my guy too. That's my guy. Come on, that's Queen, son. But I'm not taking G Rap over L. I'm taking Rakim over everybody on that joint.
Okay.
So G Rap can't jump in there. You can't say G Rap over L. Even if you want to say he's a better lyricist, whatever your argument is, you can't say L. We talking about who invented GOAT. You can't say Rakim. You just said the God of Law, the God MC.
That's the God MC right there.
You can't say over Kane because Kane just had too much. He's too big.
Yeah, Kane had a lot of material.
So to me, there's three of them on there. The only person who's interchangeable would be
KRS is the last one.
Big Daddy Kane.
Okay. All right. Hold on. The chat.
Wait. Just in case, because I know my man listening.
Okay.
Just in case your podcast mate, I ain't even gonna say his name because he might smoke me. You know what I'm talking about. But you can interchange G Rap. I think G Rap's a better rapper than Kane, but I think Kane had a better career. So
okay. Hold on. The chat is talking.
Okay.
The chat is talking. Clayton Phillips. Clayton agrees with you, Empire. Clayton said the Mount Rushmore is perfect. Nothing needs to be changed.
Word. That's why son, I don't normally call in, but as soon as I seen the mountain, I was like, oh, we finished. Move on to the 90s.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Let's move on.
No. We're not moving to the 90s. We got a lot to go through.
But,
all right.
But the only interchangeable one I'll have a debate with somebody about is Big Daddy Kane. But you cannot take off L, the GOAT. He calls the GOAT, and we got to argue that.
Okay.
But we talking about the God MC, and we talking about the teacher.
All right. I see Triple T reviews is in the chat. Triple T, today we talking about Mount Rushmore's. All right, I'm gonna hold you on the line for one more. You ready for this one?
Okay.
All right, let me put this one up. Huh? You already did. That first one is set in stone. You already said the first one set in stone. You said LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, they cannot be moved. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, but the only one who could be interchanged would be Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Stuck in stone.
All right. Let's move to the South. Again, this is not me. This is Hot 97. Okay, this is not my list. This is Hot 97. Hot 97 put the 4 South Mount Rushmore is Andre 3000, Future, T.I., and Gucci. Let me know your thoughts.
That's only 3 though.
That's 4. Andre 3000.
Yo, fam, they wildin'. They wildin'. They wildin'. They wildin'.
Hold on. Before you say anything, we got Iman in the building. We got Harlem in the building. Iman's already shot. Iman says Jeezy needs to be in there. I want to hear who you want to. I want to hear who you're moving in and out. Go for it.
Yo, it's T.I., Andre 3000.
Future, and Gucci is the 4.
He's out of here. I'm telling you, 4. He's out of here. You're bugging, Hot 97. This is from a New York native. You're bugging, Hot 97.
Give it to me. Give me 4. Give me the 4.
In no particular order. T.I., Luda, Andre 3 Stacks, and Scarface.
Okay, wait. Pause. I wanted to ask that. Is Scarface considered Midwest or South?
Well, he from Houston, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's South.
Now South. All right. Yes, because I had Scarface on my list.
That's where Beyonce from. Stop playing.
I had Scarface questionable. I had Ludacris questionable, and I had Lil Wayne, Jeezy, and Big Boy questionable.
Okay, take Scarface out. As much as I love the OG, that's my arm.
For who? For who?
For Wayne.
Who? You taking out Scarface.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
And I'm sorry.
For Lil Wayne.
I'm sorry, but we talking about rap, man. We talking about the music, bro.
Iman is commenting. Iman says Ludacris belongs on that top 4.
Absolutely.
I agree.
T.I., Luda, 3 Stacks, and Weezy. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Wait. Say that again. T.I., Andre 3000, Weezy, and who's the other one? And Luda. Okay.
And
I like
Weezy.
that.
Look, we gotta remember he's the greatest rapper alive. He dropped a song. He was in the conversation for being one of the best rappers ever.
Okay.
So he has to be on that list for the South.
All right, we got another comment. We got another comment from Clayton Phillips. Clayton says the South should be T.I., Jeezy, Ludacris, and Lil Wayne.
But I'm not taking Jeezy over.
Andre 3000?
Nah. Right?
Okay.
Like, how you not? To me, I think it's another one where like you gotta give it up to them. Who else you can't put Jeezy over Luda. You can't put Jeezy over T.I. You can't put Jeezy over 3 Stacks, and you can't put Jeezy over Weezy. You know what I mean? So I think it's stuck in stone right there.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
appreciate the debate though. But
All right. Well, we got a lot more. Tell the people what you got going on, man. Say what's up to the people before you jump out of here.
Nothing, man. All I got going on is support my brother. Stay on the station. Make sure you tune in. You know what I mean? I'm private. I ain't got nothing going on.
All right, Empire, stay up, my guy. You know I love you. Stay strong. Right. You know what's going on with
go
you.
Back to the channel because I can't watch while I'm talking.
All right, I got you. All right, stay up. Empire's out.
Right,
1.
Peace to everybody in the chats. Love. Support 16 Bars. Support New York City Addiction. These are real good dudes. Real good people. They my family. They blockmates. Holla, y'all.
Peace.
All right, brother.
1. All right, y'all. Today we talking about the Mount Rushmores, man. I see Clayton says T.I., Jeezy, Ludacris, and Lil Wayne. I like that T.I. pick. Listen, I'm a big Jeezy fan too, man. I like Jeezy, but I like Scarface too. I like that Ludacris pick. Ludacris, a lot of people disrespect Ludacris, man. Ludacris need to be on more lists. Lil Wayne, listen, I love Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne is not one of the more lyrical MCs in my book, but Lil Wayne has done a lot for the culture, so I can't even front on Lil Wayne, man. Y'all go on, y'all share the chat right now, share the live right now. If you in the chat right now, hit that like button down below, get into the chat. We're gonna move on to the next Mount Rushmore. Again, this is my list, y'all. This is Hot 97. This is not me. Now, this one right here is controversy, man. NYC Dixon says no Master P. Woo! Listen, Master P as a label head, I think Master P as a label head should get some respect. But Master P as a rapper, I don't know if I'm signing on with the Master P rapping, but Master P has done a lot for the game. UGK, shout out to UGK. Shout out to Bun B. Yep. NYC Addictions. NYC says, stop with the Lil Wayne. All right. We're going to move into, this is a controversial one, y'all. Y'all share the chat. Share the chat right now. Share the live right now. Share the live right now. Triple T says, I love me some Ludacris. Yeah, he should be in the Mount Rushmore in the South. All right. This one right here ticked me off, yo. This one right here pissed me off. Again, this is Hot 97 putting out these lists. This is the mixtape Mount Rushmore. First of all, where is 50 Cent? Where's G-Unit? Where's 50 Cent? If we're going to do a mixtape Mount Rushmore, Iman has a comment. Iman says, Jeezy catalog is fire from 2005 to now. He's still putting out good music. Yeah, for the South. Yeah, I agree. I love Jeezy. I love Jeezy music. The thing about the Mount Rushmore that is tough, that you can only choose 4. And the South has a lot of amazing artists, yo. Like, you think about the South, you think about guys like Killer Mike, you think about guys like E40, like the South, there's a lot of rappers. There's a lot of rappers out there that, and again, they didn't even put Ludacris up on that list. So Iman, thank you for that. Clayton says this mixtape Mount Rushmore is bogus. Stack says, where's Fabulous? Listen, this mixtape Mount Rushmore is whack. And if you're watching right now, they got Gucci Mane, they got Lil Wayne, they got Currency, and they got Future. Man, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that list. Get out of here with that list. Listen, mixtapes need Fabulous. You need Jadakiss in there. You need Jadakiss. You need D-Block. You need D-Block. You need Jadakiss. And it's very disrespectful to not put 50 Cent in a mixtape Mount Rushmore. Very disrespectful. Shout out to Joel Santana as well. He did some pretty good stuff. Iman has a comment. Iman says Lloyd Banks. Banks got some good stuff. Fab, yes, you gotta have Fab in there. Wheezy and Max B. All right, so Iman has his top 4. Lloyd Banks, that's questionable. Does Lloyd Banks have enough? That's questionable. Fabulous, I believe Fabulous should be in there. Fabulous has an amazing, Fabulous mixtape run is better than his albums. So yeah, I think Fabulous should be in there. Wheezy, listen, Wheezy put a lot of stuff out, man. That whole I Can't Feel Your Face joint, that was hard. The Gangsta Grills joint from Wheezy was hard. Yeah, man, Wheezy could be in the top 4. And Max B, shout out to Max B, man. Shout out to the Wave God. Y'all hit the like button if y'all here right now. Share the channel. Listen, that mixtape Mount Rushmore is trash. Hot 97, y'all bugging. I like Future. Nah. I like Currency, but no. Gucci, yeah, no. Triple T has a comment. Triple T says, nah. Me personally, I would never put any artist in the mixtapes. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next Mount Rushmore. We're going to move on to the next Mount Rushmore, y'all. This one is very interesting. And this one is not from Hot 97, but I wanted us to talk about this one here. This is very important, y'all. This is the female Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore of female rappers. hit the like button right now if you're here in the chat. Drop a comment. I want to hear what y'all think about this one. This is the female round Mount Rushmore. Iman has a comment. Iman said maybe that was mixtape Mount Rushmore for the South. You know what, Iman? Is Currency from the South? That's a good question, Iman. That's a good question. I didn't check that. That's a good question. All right. Thank you for that, Iman. That's a good. I'm gonna double check on that. The female Mount Rushmore, they got. Now this. We gotta cut somebody off the top. They got 5 people in there, so we gotta cut one off the rip. All right. So they got Queen Latifah. They got Missy Elliott. They got Lil' Kim. They got Nicki Minaj. And they got MC Lyte. So off the top, we gotta cut one. You cannot have 5. I don't care what y'all saying. Mount Rushmore is 4. All right? Cut it out. No 5, no 6. 4. Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj, and MC Lyte. So Ryan was asking who they got. Who's the 5? That's the 5. So off the top, if I had to cut one person off of this 5, hold on. We got Empire calling in. Hold up. Yeah, what up?
Yo, pardon self. I had to do it again, man. First thing I said in the comments was why they get 5 though.
That gotta cut. You gotta cut one right away.
All right, so can I get my first cut?
Go ahead, cut one. Let me hear who you got.
And this is going to be the reason. As far as my research goes, every woman on that mountain, they said she penned her own bars. And we know Kim had a ghostwriter. So Kim got to go.
Oh, whoa.
I know I'm causing static.
Wow.
But listen to what I said, though. Look, Queen, look at who we looking at.
Nah, you can't. Hold up. Pause. People say that Safari right for Nicki Minaj too.
I've heard that, but everybody, from what I've seen, like I said, that's just my research. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. They was like, yo, I was in there when Nicki penned her joints.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Okay.
So, I'm just going by what I heard. So that's what made me like her more. Because I was like, oh, word, Nicki really writing her joints? I'm saying he probably helped her pen something, whatever. But I know the Queen, they say the Queen penned hers. MC Lyte penned hers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Missy done not only penned her own joints, she done wrote songs and rap songs.
Yes, she did.
You know what I mean? I didn't even know she wrote the SWV joint. No, excuse me, Total.
She did a lot of rap. She wrote a lot for a lot of people. That's true.
Right.
That's true.
She gotta be there. Queen gotta be there. MC Lyte always been MC Lyte writing her joints.
Okay.
So I guess it's between Nicki and Kim, and I'll leave it at that. I think that should be the debate.
Okay.
You got 3. One of those 2 gotta go.
All right. So NYC Addictions has a comment. NYC Addiction says Lil' Kim and Nicki don't belong on the female Mount Rushmore. Listen, what is with the Lil' Kim disrespect? Lil' Kim has started so many things in the hip hop genre.
Fam. Your podcast is called 16 Bars. We talking about who penned it.
We talking about bars.
We talking about 16 of those right now.
That's a slip, Empire. That's a slippery slope, man. Because when we look at it, Jay-Z wrote for a lot of people too.
Here you go. I got 4 for you right now, and we can end the conversation.
Let's hear it.
We can end the conversation. We keeping the Queen. We keeping Missy. We keeping MC Lyte. And how dare any of us disrespect Lauryn Hill?
I got her on my my list.
She's the best female rapper ever. And now, go get in the comments. Stop playing with me.
Okay. Before you go, I want to ask you. All right, so you're taking off. We taking off Lil' Kim off of your list, right?
Lil' Kim and Nicki, because it only could be 4. Because remember, they got 5.
No, they got 5. So if you take off Lil' Kim, you got 4.
No, because I'm going Queen, Missy, Lauryn.
Oh, you're putting in Lauryn instead of Nicki.
instead of Nikki
And Kim. So your four is.
We going to Queen.
Oh, okay.
We going Latifah.
Right.
We going Missy.
Yes.
And the best female MC of all time,
Lauren
Hill.
And MC Light. All right, here's the.
So Kim and Nikki get honorable mention.
They're going. Okay, here's my honorable mention that I want to ask you about. Should they be in there or not? Evie Eve.
I like the Brat better than Eve.
Okay, so Eve, no, right?
Nah.
Brat.
I like her better than Eve. That's what I was just saying.
So Brat gets in or no?
My favorite. So like if I say my favorite female rappers, I'd rather listen to the Brat before I listen to the Mount Rushmore sometimes, but she don't belong up there with the Mount Rushmore. But
Okay.
Brat is one of my favorites.
All right, what about Roxanne Shante?
Oh, you trying to do me dirty.
These are the people I question that didn't make the list. This is just my questions.
Nah, it's because you an OG. You digging in the crates on me. Oh, you digging in the crates.
It's female MCs.
Oh.
She had one of the best diss tracks of all time, Roxanne's Revenge. All right, I will move on. What about Foxy Brown?
Hold up. No, I gotta address this.
Okay.
Cause Roxanne is QU. You know how we get down. I
Okay.
might have to take MC Light out.
For Roxanne? Woo!
Yeah, I might have to
Wow.
mess me up with that one. You dug in the crates.
Wow.
Yeah, I would. Matter of fact, cause bars and she penned. Son, Roxanne Shante is smoke MC Light if they had a versus or a rap battle. She was a better lyricist for real. So you dug in the crates, you got that one. Yeah.
Okay, last one. My girl, Trinidadian, Brooklyn, Foxy Brown. What about Foxy?
Nah, Jay said he penned some rhyme star, and Nas penned some rhyme star on the phone.
Yo, you are killing them, yo. Yo, man, you going down a slippery slope, man. There's a lot of ghostwriters out there, Empire.
Hey, that's all right, and you can have those artists. I'm talking about them dudes that sit down and put the pen to the pad. That's all I'm talking about.
All right.
I never had nobody write a rhyme for me, and I ain't never spit no rhyme that I heard from somebody else type. So
all right. So
I'm an artist now.
So
I ain't famous, but I'm an artist.
So drop your 4 for the chat. Let them know before you jump out of here. Give them the 4. Give them your 4. Give them your 4.
For the ladies.
Yes. Latifah.
Nah, but I'm gonna go in order.
Okay.
Number 1 overall is Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Number 2 overall is Missy,
Okay.
because she can write rhymes and write songs. Number 3 overall is Queen Latifah.
Okay.
And number 4 overall, because I had to change my judgment, is Roxanne Shante, because I think she is better.
I'm not mad at that. That's.
I had a better career, but I'm just talking about rapping. You got to remember, she was one of the first females going to the male venues, smoking people.
Yes,
The
facts.
top and everything. So,
Facts.
and I include off the top.
Facts.
I always include off the top. So,
All
make
right.
sure the niggas in the comments tell us. We got to do off the top.
All right. I appreciate you, Empire. I'ma holler. Let me get back to the chat.
You can't say the N-word on here, right?
No.
My
It's
fault.
all good. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. YouTube gonna let that one slide. All right. Bless up.
Shut your joint down. All right, please go.
All right, 1. Yo, we talking about Mount Rushmores today, man. Female Mount Rushmore, number 1. We gotta cut somebody off of that list. We can't have 5. Me, I'm taking Nikki out of there. All right, let me hit the chat, see what's going on. Triboro's in the chat. Shout out to Triboro. Triboro, you already missed 3 Mount Rushmores already. You're catching the last 3. All right. So let me see what's going on. Clayton got a comment. Clayton Phillips says the female Mount Rushmore, Queen Latifah. I like that. MC Light. I like that. Roxanne Shante. I like that. Missy Elliott. I like that. Listen, man. The female list is hard, y'all, because you could only pick 4. All right. Triborough says to kick Nikki off. I agree. If we talking about these 4 right here, Nikki got to go. And listen, I know I give Nikki a lot of slander. I do. Nikki has done a lot for hip hop. All right. Let me just pause right now because I don't want anybody to come in here and say I'm dissing Nikki. We got a call coming in. Hold up. Try, what's good, man?
Yo,
I didn't get the notification at all, bro.
You didn't get it? It's all good. It's all good. We here. We here.
I just seen the thing on YouTube. I'm like, yo, I didn't see the whole. I missed like half the show.
It's all good. It's all good. We got 2 more after this. So you made it at a good time.
What did I miss?
So you missed. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what you missed right now. You missed the first one was the 80s. Hot 97 had LL Cool J, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One.
Okay.
You missed the Atlanta. Atlanta was whack. And you missed the mixtape, Mount Rushmore.
Who's on the Atlanta one?
Atlanta, they had Andre 3000, they had T.I., they had Gucci, and they had Future. Disrespecting Ludacris like crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Where's Big Boy?
Disrespecting Big Boy like crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of lists do that where they put Andre 3000. I seem like people forget how nice Big Boy was.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he's the only one that carried the Outkast torch when Andre
went away.
Go up and do films.
Yep. All right, so
He should be on that list.
So the female, you're taking off Nicki off the top.
Yeah.
Empire was just on the call. Empire said that he was taking off Lil' Kim because Lil' Kim did not write her rhymes. How do you feel about that?
Oh, come on, man. You doing this again? Come on, man. No. Let's not do that. She still have to go out on stage and perform in front of hundreds and thousands of people, though.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go like that.
I agree.
Nah, Kim got to stay. I take Nicki off. Nicki, she got to go.
And again, I want people to know, I love Nicki. I think Nicki has an amazing career. I just think that when it comes to 4 female MCs, it's hard to put Nicki in the top 4. And a lot of and let me give you my honorable mentions. Try. Let me know if they can make it into the top 4. You ready?
Yeah.
Evie Eve.
Okay.
Yes or no? Can she make it in?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your 4 that you have, can she knock anybody off of your 4? You said Queen Latifah is on, it stays in that 4. You said Missy stays in. You said Lil' Kim stays in, and MC Lyte stays in, right? Nicki goes, right?
Yeah.
Does Eve bump anybody out?
I mean, I could bump Kim off of that for Eve, but I think Kim.
Wait. You bumping Kim for Eve?
I said I could. I didn't say I was.
Oh, okay.
I said I could, but when you look at Kim's career, like her solo career, she did a lot. You know, the album with Junior Mafia. I just think she did a lot as an artist to solidify herself on that Mount Rushmore. Eve had like a short run with
right.
Fridays, but then it's like, you know, she went off and became a mom and got married, and
right.
we haven't heard from her in a long time. So,
but she has one of the best debut female albums of all time. That Eve album is fire.
I like the Hardcore album more than her first album, than Eve album's first album.
All right. We got some chats. We got SHH. Thanks for coming through. SHH says, have to do my homework on the female rappers. Yes, there's a lot of amazing female rappers out there. We got somebody by the name of Kay. Kay said, I just got on here. All right. Everybody got to go but Nicki. Kay Wilder.
I'm not. No. Listen, Nicki, I feel like in 10, 15 years when we have the discussion again, because we will, I think Nicki will rightfully be on that Mount Rushmore. I just think it's too early for her to be on that Mount Rushmore with Latifah and Lyte. Like those women, if there wasn't a Latifah and a Lyte and a Kim, there would be no Nicki Minaj.
All right. Let me go on my list. What about the Brat? Does the Brat get in there?
No.
What about Roxanne Shante? Does she get into the top 4?
Honorable mention.
All right, the last 2. What about Lauryn Hill?
Oh, man. Honorable mention.
All right, the final one. My girl, I love her to death, Foxy Brown.
Honorable mention.
Woo!
Foxy, the thing with Foxy is like Kim and Foxy are like interchangeable to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have Kim, people gonna want Foxy. We have Foxy, people gonna want Kim.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love Lauryn, but Lauryn got one album. Okay, she got one album, and outside of the one Good Fugees album, what else does she have?
Okay, I mean, a lot of people give Lauren like best female rap album of all time. A lot of people.
I don't think she had the best of all time. No, first of all, that whole discussion about her album, there's people that still debates it. Like, is it an R&B album? Is it rap?
Right.
It's both. But I don't think she has the best female rap album of all time.
Ryan says you're wildin'. Lauren is the best. Kay says Nicki got more hits than the whole lineup. It's not about hits, Kay. It's not about hits.
Just about hits.
Kay also says I hear you, but if we're talking numbers, it's not even close. It's not always just about numbers. It's not about always numbers.
Listen, if it was about numbers, Vanilla Ice would have been on that white rappers list. And he wasn't. And he went multi-platinum. It ain't about numbers.
All right, Sean, let's move on to the second to the last one. You staying for it?
Yeah.
All right. They got the West Coast, Mount Rushmore. Again, try. This is not my list. This is Hot 97. Don't get mad at me. All right. This one right here, I have a gripe with this one, but I'm going to give it to you. They got Tupac. They got Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
They got Dr. Dre. And they got Ice Cube. West Coast Mount Rushmore. What do you think?
I think they need somebody from the Bay, but it's Too Short or E40. You know.
Who's coming out? Who's coming out of that four to put in E40 or to put in Too Short?
I mean, those are like the familiar faces of the West when you think of West Coast hip hop. So like they got it right when it comes to the face, but somebody from the Bay got to be on it. Either E40 or Too Short. You know
Okay.
And I wasn't like a huge fan of them, but I'm saying the Bay has a huge following when it comes to hip hop, and a lot of great artists came from that area. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as like the face of West Coast hip hop, they got it right.
Okay. All right. Let me give you my honorable mentions. Let me know if they can make it or not. Because I personally think Dr. Dre doesn't belong on this list, but that's just my opinion. I think when it comes to material, I don't think he has enough material to.
Have enough, what? Chronic 2001.
Okay. Yes, but guys like the DOC has a lot of writing credits.
DOC from Dallas, though.
Oh, he is?
Is that considered West Coast?
Well, I mean, okay. He was down with
He was down with Death Row.
Right. Okay. All right. I also mentioned the Game. I think the Game needs to be mentioned more when it comes to West Coast rap.
He'd be honorable mention for me.
Okay. And my last selection was MC8.
Honorable mention.
Okay.
I mean, like this is now. If you have like a West Coast top 10, they definitely on the list.
No. We're going 4. We're going strong 4. Mount Rushmore, strong 4.
I'm just saying, like, when I mentioned honorable mention, they would be on the list if it was like a top.
Right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right.
Yes.
All right. So you're not moving anybody out of there. Pac staying, Snoop staying, Ice Cube staying.
Even though you got to put an asterisk next to Pac because he wasn't just West Coast. He was East Coast too.
That is true. That is true.
So it's like if you want to change out Pac, then you could put Too Short.
Whoa. I am not, listen, me personally, I am not taking Pac out of no list.
Again, but this artist represented both coasts. He wasn't born in the West Coast.
True.
He was born over here.
True.
So that's really our artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that it's like they kind of got it. I mean, if you want to be technical, he's not a West Coast artist. Like he was born here.
Right.
And he went to the West. But
right.
He celebrated both coasts.
I think a lot of people when they think about Tupac, I think he really represented the West more than the East. Like a lot of his later career. His later career.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to Me Against the World, Easy Mo B did a lot of those joints. He from the East.
Shout out to Moby, man. Hey. All right. So that one is staying.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna jump into the last one soon. Try. Thanks for coming through. What you got coming on next, man? When you going on again live?
I'm gonna go live next. Well, I might be going live tomorrow because a shout out to my homie Chopper Up Hip Hop. He wants to do a Sinners movie review.
Okay.
So we might do that. I saw the movie. It's phenomenal. People need to support Ryan Coogler. He did a great job with that movie. So you might see me tomorrow, if not next week.
Okay. All right. What you got going on? Tell the people in the chat.
Subscribe to the channel, Danny Rap Podcast. I got other stuff dropping. Salute to you, Six, as always, representing the culture. Salute to the whole chat. And I'm out.
All right. Stay up, all right?
Yeah.
Bless. All right, y'all. Today we talking about Mount Rushmore's, man. We just had That Ain't Rap Podcast, Triborough on the chat, on the call-in, man. Yo, if y'all love hip-hop, if y'all love sports, if y'all love 90s sitcoms, if y'all love movie reviews, y'all go on down, go to his channel, That Ain't Rap Podcast, here on YouTube. Y'all can go on Instagram, find him on Instagram. He does Instagram live videos all the time. Go shout out his channel. Shout out to Triple T Reviews as well in the chat. Go check out Triple T Reviews. But That Ain't Rap Podcast, y'all need to add that to your resume, all right? Put it on your resume. If y'all don't have that on your resume, go add that channel. Go to YouTube, add that channel, all right? Let's get back into it, man. Today we're talking about Mount Rushmore's. Let me go in the chat. Iman says, honorable mention, The Game. Listen, man, I'm telling y'all right now, I love Dr. Dre. I love Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's first two albums were fire. Dr. Dre's first two albums were fire. That last album he released, it was okay. I gotta put The Game in instead of Dr. Dre, y'all. I love Dre. He's a great producer, all that. But when it comes to spitting and albums, I think The Game got a better resume than Dr. Dre. That's just me. Shout out to MC8. I don't think he belongs on the Mount Rushmore, but I just wanted to shout out to him. And again, shout out to DOC as well. Kay in the chat, Kay says, Dr. Dre produced all the greatest hits. That's true too. That's true too. Dr. Dre had his hands in a lot of the music in the West. Ice Cube stuff, Snoop stuff, Pac stuff. So yeah, that's facts. Clayton Phillips, Clayton says he agrees with the Mount Rushmore for the West. Ryan says true about Pac, but he grew his career on the West and died out there. And y'all forgetting Ice-T. Shout out to Ice-T too, man. Triborough mentioned Ice-T. Too Short. Shout out to Ice-T. Shout out to Too Short. Kay said Dr. Dre don't rap. Dr. Dre got two classic albums, man. Stop it. All right. All right. We're gonna move on to the final Mount Rushmore, y'all. We're gonna move on to the final Mount Rushmore. And y'all know I had to save this one for last. Y'all know I had to save this one for last, right? Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button down below if you're here right now. Share the channel, share the live. Get in the comments. Drop your comments right now. I want to hear from y'all right now, man. Yo, listen, man. We got it, y'all. We got the drinks, all right? We got the drinks, all right? Exotic Drinks is here. Go Instagram, go check out yours. Hit the like button, man. If you're in here right now, hit the like button, drop a comment. New York City, Mount Rushmore. Again, this is not my list. This is Hot 97. I think this is the toughest one, y'all. Iman has a comment. Iman says, Dr. Dre should be on the Mount Rushmore for production. That's facts. That's facts, Iman. Shout out to Harlem. If we do a production Mount Rushmore, Dr. Dre got to be on there. I'm putting Just Blaze on there too. Bump that. Jason is in the chat. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to that boy Jason. Jason, I see you. I see you. I see you out there rubbing elbows with all the superstars. Graf, Benny. I see Take Flight Society doing their thing out there. Shout out to Jason, man. Always shout out to Jason. Shout out to Take Flight Society. Shout out to the whole crew for doing their thing, man. Out there making great music. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. Jason, salute to you. Jason got a comment. Jason says, what up, chat? My bad for being late. It's all good. Shout out to Red McFly. He said, Red McFly, There Will Be Tears Deluxe Edition drops at midnight. We just shut down Philly with 38 Special. I seen you. Benny the Butcher, I seen you. And Graph, next big show announcement coming soon. Shout out to the Take Flight Society, man. Shout out to Red McFly. We got Ryan calling back in again, yo. Hold on. Empire, what's good, man?
Come on, man.
The chat is already wilding. GC World said Dr. Dre is my daddy. Shout out to GC World. Shout out to that. SHA says, where's 50 Cents? SHA says, where's DMX? Go ahead, man. What you gotta say? What you gotta say, Empire?
Nah, all I was thinking was, as soon as I saw the list, you know the first three are correct.
You know who the last person is, right?
It's the only one we gonna debate is top 5 that are alive. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody in the chat gonna go nuts. I think Big, Nas, and Jay belong.
All right, hold on. Pause, right? This is my argument here for Jadakiss. This is my argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bars.
Wait, but you're not gonna argue about the other three though, right?
Not yet. But first, I
You ain't
want.
gonna argue about Jay. Let everybody know you're president.
It's The Rock. All right, listen. So Jadakiss, right? If we talking about bars, he got that, right? We can agree on that, right? If we talking about consistency, we can say he got that too, right?
Yes, sir.
If we talking about classic songs where we still play it today, we can say he got that too, right?
That's absolutely, sir.
Jadakiss came out in the 90s, right?
Yes, sir.
We 2025 and he's still spitting hot fire.
Yes, sir.
Why is Jadakiss, and I'm not saying he's on my top 4, Mount Rushmore. I'm just asking you, why are you bumping him off if he's checking all the boxes?
Because I believe he has more competition in New York. Because if you want to put Jadakiss up there, are we really putting him over DMX?
Hold on. Triborough says, where is Q-Tip? Triborough says, where is Prodigy? Where is Sean Price? Where is Method Man? Go ahead, Empire, go ahead.
Yo, Triborough just going in. It's Biggie. Who's the best MC? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. That's all we talking about.
Okay.
Now we got a debate of 4.
Okay.
It's Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Okay.
But why Meth not better than
No,
Jada?
Meth does not have a better overall career than Jadakiss. No, that is not true. Jadakiss is more consistent than Method Man.
DMX?
Jadakiss is more consistent than DMX. If we look back, I love DMX. Rest in peace, DMX.
Is he not more but
If we look back at DMX's career, DMX has 3 solid albums. Everything else after that is subpar. I want to be honest here today with you.
nah, that's what we gonna do.
I love DMX. His first 2 albums, Mega Splash. The Grand Champ was good. Great Depression was good.
Okay,
When
but
There
the
Was
reason I
X was
called in-
good.
The reason I called in is because my only argument was going to be, I still got to go with Rakim Allah, man.
Ooh, I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to argue with that.
Because I think that's why he said top 5 that are
No.
because
Empire,
he
I'm
said
not even going to argue with that. You know I'm not going to argue with
rapper's
that.
favorite rapper is
Yeah,
Rakim.
yeah,
You
I'm
know
not-
what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
after we just looked at the Mount Rushmore of the 80s, really, I believe Rakim belongs on the Mount Rushmore of rap altogether.
I'm not arguing with you on that. Listen, I love Jadakiss.
On Mount Rushmore?
Go ahead.
Biggie, Nas, Jay, and Rakim.
That's solid.
That's my Rushmore.
That's solid. That's solid.
If I got trapped on an island and I couldn't eat nothing and I was going to go Tom Hanks, you give me that music right there, I'm good for the rest of my life. And I love everybody else. But if you give me Biggie, Nas, Jay, and Rakim,
I'm gonna ask you one question before you go.
Oh, it's about to hit me in the head again. All right, go ahead.
What about LL Cool J?
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
No, Rakim. LL Cool J is not coming in for Rakim. Rakim stands tall.
No, sir, not Pink. Not pink cookies in a plastic bag, getting crushed by buildings. We not doing that. I'm stuck on the island tree. I'm all by myself. I'm barely eating. I don't know where rescue come in.
What about booming? What about booming system? What about Hey Young World? What about Mama Said Knock You Out? What about 4321?
Can I spit something at you?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I need a whole. I'm gonna hit you with the Joel Santana. I need a whole collection.
Not a whole collection.
A whole selection of a whole collection. I gotta be able to run through your albums top to bottom, no skips. Every song make me feel like, yeah, for real, I'm gonna get off this album.
I Empire. Give it to him one more time before you go. Give it to him. Give him the 4 one more time.
This ain't just East Coast.
No. This is New York City top 4. Give him the New York City top 4. Let me hear it.
No, this is my New York City top 4 is my top 4 is gonna be New York though.
Okay.
Biggie, Nas, Jay, and Rakim.
All right, Empire. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right. Peace. I told y'all, man. I told y'all this one is gonna be hard, yo. Listen, New York City. Tribal says, where is Q-Tip? Shout out to Q-Tip. He not making the top 4. Shout out to Prodigy. Rest in peace, Prodigy, man. Rest in peace, Bandana P. I love Bandana P, man. But I can't put Bandana P over Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. I can't. What about Sean Price? Rest in peace to Sean Price, man. I love Sean Price, man. All right? I love the group. Shout out to Helter Skelter. All right? But Sean P not making the top 4, man. I'm sorry. Method Man, I love Method Man, man. Wu-Tang, Upside Down M, I love Method Man. Method Man is not making it. Styles P, shout out to the Ghosts. Shout out to the Phantom. Listen, man, the New York City is hard. What about 50 Cent? What about Cameron? Oh, the chat is going wild. Hold up. Iman has a question. Iman has a statement. Iman says, who really the best rapper since Biggie here? Y'all know the answer to that when kissing here. He said, don't ask me nothing about, you owe me 1, I owe you 2. I would have smacked you with a burner, but I know you'd sue. And I ain't talking to them, I'm talking to you. Matter of fact, talking to y'all. Life is like walking the yard. Jiggers will hit you with a slow in the heart. And the sauce got mother thinking they hot. Like my fiends thinking they're shot. When you think of the best rappers, think of the locks. Yo, Iman, man, stop it. Iman, stop it. Stop it. Iman, stop it, man. You're going to get me hyped up in here, yo. Stop it. Let me see what else. Ryan says, Rakim over Jada Kiss all day. Tribor says, Dr. Dre had some dope verses, though. Nothing but a G thing. Forget about Dre. Let me ride. SHH says Nas, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and DMX. Listen, SHH, I'm not putting 50 in there. Nas, yeah. Jay-Z, yeah. DMX, yeah. 50 Cent, as a career, nah, I'm not putting 50 Cent in the top 4. SHH, thank you for that. Clayton says the East Coast Mount Rushmore should be Jay-Z, Biggie, 50, and Nas. Woo, I'm not putting 50 in there. No. Shout out to that, Clayton. Thank you, Clayton, for that. Let me see what's going on. GC World says much is like rocks. Yo, y'all be bugging, man. Yo, the chat's wilding today, man. Triple T said Method Man should not be on the Mount Rushmore. I agree. Tribor says Prodigy, Ghostface, and Sean Price all got better bats and music than Jada. Let's pause there for a second, y'all. Let's pause there for a second. Prodigy's career versus Jadakiss' career. I think Jadakiss has, if I had to put Jadakiss's albums over Prodigy's albums, Prodigy has some amazing stuff with Mobb Deep. Prodigy has some amazing stuff by himself. The HNIC 1 and 2 is spectacular. But I think Jadakiss has a better mixtape discography. That's tough, yo. That's tough. Prodigy versus Jadakiss is tough. I think Jadakiss has more longevity, but Prodigy has a very good discography. If you combine Prodigy's mixtape stuff with his album stuff and with his Mobb Deep stuff, yeah, Prodigy has a good case. Ghostface versus Jadakiss. Ghostface has a really good discography too. I love Ghostface. Ghostface has some amazing stuff with Wu-Tang as well. Mixtape stuff, I think Jada has better mixtape stuff, but Ghostface, that's a good pick too. I'm not mad at that. And again, I love Sean Price. I just think Sean Price. Is Sean Price a better rapper than Jadakiss? I don't know. Thank you for that, Triborough. That's a good one. Oh, that's interesting. Triborough says, Illuminati in my mind, soul, and my body, secret society, trying to keep the eye on me. Whew, that's that Prodigy joint, yo. Rest in peace, Prodigy, man. No disrespect to Prodigy, yo. I love Prodigy, man. Shout out to Bandana P. Triborough says, y'all gotta stop going by record sales and numbers. That's facts. Record sales and numbers is not the only piece of the pie. You gotta have bars. You gotta know how to write music. You gotta have a good rapper voice. You gotta know how to flow. You gotta have consistency. You gotta go from generation to generation. Yes, sales is important. Okay, if you don't sell, Big Pun says if you're not in it for the spinach, get the prop out. So, yes, sales are important, but not the only thing. Try. Thank you for that. NYC Addictions is in the chat, yo. We got ours, get yours. NYC Addiction says 50 Cent had better career than all of them. That is not true. Let's pause here for a second, y'all. Let's pause here for a second. Shout out to 50 Cent. He has a great mixtape career. No disrespect with that. That's facts. But when it comes to albums, outside of 50 Cent's first two albums, I'm not counting the G-Unit album, The Beg for Mercy, and the TOS. 50 Cent's main albums, people really don't bump after the first two albums. They really don't. I am not putting 50 Cent over Jadakiss. I'm not putting 50 Cent over Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a way better career than 50. I'm not putting 50 over Nas. I'm not putting 50 over Biggie. It's not happening. Shout out to Queens. Shout out to Southside. Shout out to Jamaica Queens. Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to the whole G Unit. But no, he's not making the top four. He's not making a Mount Rushmore. No. Let me go back in the chat. See what's going on here. Here we are. Let's miss one. I wanted to see it again. All right, let's see what's going on. SHA says, how many good albums Jadakiss have? Jadakiss, right? Hold on. Jadakiss albums. Let's do them right now. Jadakiss discography. Kiss the Game Goodbye. That's a classic album. It's not perfect, but it's a classic album. Kiss of Death, solid. The Last Kiss, solid. Top 5 Dead or Alive, much better, solid. Ingenious, Ignitus, okay, not great, good album. And again, Jadakiss has all that mixtape stuff too, so Jadakiss might not have the best albums, but Jadakiss has some good stuff, y'all. So how is he over DMX and 50? Jadakiss has a better discography than 50 Cent. When it comes to replayability, Jadakiss has a better rap and not better mixtape. No, 50 Cent has much better mixtape than Jadakiss. But when it comes to in the streets, when it comes to rapping, Jadakiss destroys 50 Cent. Go back and look at the battle that they had. Go back and look at the battle G-Unit and the Locks had. Go back and look at that. Shout out to DMX. SHH, thank you for that. That's a good comment. I like that. What we got? Chat's going crazy. Robert C is in the chat. Robert C says Styles P has a better catalog than Kiss. That might be a good one, yo. Styles P is consistent. Robert C. That's a good one. Okay. Tribor says, Jay was already affiliated legend when he slept with B. They be trying, why y'all be trying to act like Jay got popular when he messed with Beyonce? That was in the 2000s. Jay was already slaying Nas early in the 90s. What y'all talking about? Robert C., thank you for that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Jason says, thanks for liking my songs I sent you. Shout out to the tracks, Jason. Keep doing your thing, man. I see you grinding. Take Flight Society. I've been cooking up. I'm back outside. Time to show improve. Remind people I'm not just a hype man. Shout out to Jason, man. Shout out, man. Yo, all my respect. Keep doing your thing, Playboy. I got your back. All right. Triborough says, Beyonce saved Jay-Z career? Question mark. NYC, stay saying that, man. NYC, stop it, man. Stop it, man. Beyonce wasn't around for Reasonable Doubt. Beyonce wasn't around for In My Lifetime Volume 1, 2, and 3. Hold on. We got Try to call it. Hold on. Try, what's good, man? Talk to me.
Yo, I am hearing blasphemy right now when it comes to Jadakiss. Listen, I love Jadakiss as a lyricist. When it comes to his discography,
okay.
I heard you say just now, you think his discography is better than 50 Cent?
Okay, let me pause there for a second. Okay?
You from Queens and you saying that? I'm surprised.
Let me pause for a second. I live in Queens, okay?
Uh-huh.
When I move around in Queens, outside of 50 Cent's first and second album, you do not hear anybody playing anything outside of that.
So nobody was playing the Gina mixtapes?
No. I didn't go to mixtapes yet. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about his career albums. Right. Outside of that, people don't bump that here in New York City. Here and there, you will still hear some stuff from Beg for Mercy, and some from TOS stuff. Sometimes you still hear that stuff bumping. Now, when it comes to mixtapes run, I'm giving 50 Cent the head over Jadakiss. However, I do want people to understand that the mixtape stuff, 50 Cent's kind of kicked that off early. Okay, so a lot of people started doing mixtapes because of 50 and G Unit. I'm acknowledging that. But we cannot sleep on Jadakiss's mixtape stuff.
What? Okay, you meant that's the key word, mixtape. We talking about overall his whole discography. His albums are not good. Okay, like he doesn't have a Power of the Dollar. He doesn't have a Get Rich or Die Trying. He doesn't have a Massacre album. But his mix, again, like he's another Fabulous. Fabulous mixtapes were great. His albums were not great. That's the key word there. Mixtape. Now we talking mixtapes. Mm-hmm. That's a different story.
Okay.
Discography wise, I'm including both albums and mixtapes and EPs. 50 Cent have a way better discography than Jadakiss. So
if you had the chance to put 50 on the list instead of Jadakiss, you're saying you would swap them?
No, I will. Again, this is Hot 97. So
no. What I'm asking is, let's just say those were the four, right? Mm-hmm. And the only choice you had was 50. Would you swap 50 with Jada, or would you leave Jada instead of 50? You'll still swap him.
If it's not about, like, to me, I think Jada's a way better lyricist than 50.
Right, facts.
If it's about everything else, I think 50 Cent had more of an impact than Jada did. He had more, because if you look at the 2000s, like you just said, the mixtape era started with 50 and Wayne. Everybody else followed suit after that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And the D Block was a part of that because they had their mixtape run. They had J Hood.
Right. Yep. They had Bully, all that. Yep.
Right. And that, for whatever reason, that fell apart. You know what I'm saying? But he had an impact on the mixtape run. He had an impact on New York and East Coast hip hop. Because Jay-Z to me at that time was dropping garbage. After Blueprint, he was dropping crap.
Okay.
And it was all about 50 Cent. It was about Dipset. 50 Cent was really the biggest artist on the East Coast during the 2000s. And then he transitioned that into TVs and film.
Yeah, like 2003, 4, 5. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Even now, he's still relevant now, but he's relevant because of the television stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when was the last time Jadakiss had a great album? He hasn't done that since his first album. That was 2000.
But we still also gotta look at what is the last great 50 Cent thing about music that he did. What's the last great memory 50 had with music wise?
And that is why, like, when you say people stop bumping him, I think that's because he left music early and went into television.
And Jadakiss, and this is piece of my argument. Jadakiss just ripped the Garden.
Yeah.
And Jadakiss is still dropping songs here and there. He's still getting on features.
But I mean, Versus was like how long ago? He's still living off of that battle.
Yes, people are still talking about Versus.
Yeah, it was great. But first of all, I didn't even pick them to beat Dipset. I think Dipset had better music, a better catalog than D Block.
Right. But they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared, right?
Take the lock seriously, and that is why Jadakiss did what he did at the Versus.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he's a great lyricist. I feel like he could do so much more if he wasn't tied to the locks.
Okay.
And I felt like that was part of their problem with like being in a group, but they did too much solo stuff. So then when they come back together, it's not the same chemistry.
I just want to give people the inside view of Queens. All right. Now I'm not talking about West Coast or wherever. When I talk about 50 Cent's music in Queens, I'm gonna pull up his disc right now. All right, get Rich or Die Trying. Yes, today you still hear that bumping. The Massacre, yes, you still hear some stuff off of that. But when it comes to Curtis, when it comes to Before I Self-Destruct, Animal Instincts, when I tell you nobody plays that, I'm being 100% honest. You will still hear his mixtape stuff all the time. That still bumps all the time. You still hear stuff off the Beg for Mercy, and here and there, the Summertime, people bump the TOS. Nobody plays Curtis, Before I Self-Destruct, and Animal Instinct. Nobody in Queens bumps that.
That's when he started to fall off. Remember he had that battle with Kanye. Kanye blew
to sell records.
That was a better album. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he started to fall off, when Curtis dropped. But I think he had more of an impact on the genre than Jadakiss has.
Okay, that's fair. No. That's a fair, because and I would say because of his mixtape stuff with G Unit, and because of when that first album dropped, how that album took off with Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Let me tell you, I've seen both artists live in concert. 50 Cent puts on the show. Like he's out there with dances. He came out with his G Unit crew, with Kid and with Tony Ayo. When I saw the Locks in concert, it's like them niggas, they didn't even, it wasn't even dressed for the show. They just came out in regular sweats and a white tee. And just like, I'm like, come on, like, don't even, like, get dressed for the show, you know what I mean?
They're in the hood. They're in the hood performing.
You know, like they great. Like the Locks really is like one of the last rap groups that we have still. They great. I just felt like they stayed apart too long. And to do their solo stuff, and then when they come back together, it's not the same energy.
All right. No. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Try. That's fair enough. All right. So you're taking off Jadakiss, and you're throwing in.
Again, this is Hot 97. I don't know. Their criteria is in question anyway, because they're not the same radio station that they once was.
Right.
So if they're just going by lyrics, then Jada got to stay on it. But if they're going by cultural impact, I'm taking Jada off.
Okay.
Because I feel like Nas, Jay, and even Biggie, for the short amount of time that he was here with those two albums, he had more of a legacy.
Yes. People bring up Biggie's only 2 albums, but the things that Biggie did in that 3-4 year span that he was here, the impact that it had. Him, Junior Mafia, being on Total, being on SWV, doing all those, doing the reggae stuff.
Ghostface Killer kept the Wu-Tang Clan relevant for the last 20 years.
Facts.
Nobody else was doing that because Ray was dropping crap.
Facts.
The man was off acting and doing stuff with Redman. Ray really was the only one to keep them relevant for the last 20 years.
Right.
Where's he at? Where's Ghostface at?
All right.
Sean Price, the only one to keep Boot Camp relevant in the 2000s. Where's he at?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Sean Price. Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Right. Even Cameron. Shout out to Cameron. Cameron, he went to Rockefeller with Dipset, and he took over Rockefeller, and he was the hottest thing on there compared to Jay-Z.
Had his best album on Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Come on with me.
Where's Cameron at?
All right. Let me finish up the show. Yo, I appreciate you, Try.
Yeah.
Bless. Yo, that was Tribal Gigolo, man. Try is throwing 50 cents. Take Jadakiss. Get Jadakiss out of here. I'm taking Jadakiss out. I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat right now what y'all think. What about Rakim? I would replace Jadakiss with Rakim. What about Cool G Rap? I would replace Jadakiss with Cool G Rap. What about LL Cool J? I would replace Jada with LL Cool J. What about Big Daddy Kane? I would replace Jadakiss with Big Daddy Kane. And finally, KRS-One. I would replace Jadakiss with KRS-One as well. Y'all hit the chat. Thank you all for coming through. It's your boy Onslaught Tree. We crossed the hour, man. An hour and 11 minutes, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining the chat. Don't forget, man, hit that like button down below if you're in the chat right now. Like the video. Don't forget to share the channel. We're going to try and do some more lives. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. We're going to try and do another live, all right? It's your boy Onslaught Tree, man. I appreciate y'all.